All right, hello. Welcome back to another episode of the Rice Beans Podcast, episode 35. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's September 29th, 2021. And yeah, how's your week been?
It's been pretty cool. I have basically been living in New World.
How has that been? It's a lot of fun?
It's good. It's good. They got this little PvP thing that you can turn on, and anyone, anywhere, as long as they got PvP turned on as well, you can just start beating the shit out of each other in the middle of the fucking woods, middle of the forest, middle of the city. It's anywhere and anytime.
I was about to ask, could you do it in cities? Oh, that's nice.
I don't think it's cities, actually. Just outside of cities you can fuck around with.
Oh, man, it's like the wilderness everywhere from RuneScape.
To be honest with you, I've been getting like RuneScape vibes from this. Like I don't know. I mean, it's not like top down how RuneScape is, but like the community, just the fun, great aspect to it. I've been enjoying it.
I want to get the game, I really do, but I've also heard it's for like the first like 2 hours or something. It's just a waiting simulator, like just a loading queue. No,
the server I'm on, I think Spoon is currently going through the worst. If you hop on at peak times, yeah, you're going to have a bad time. But
so it's like once you're in, you're in. You don't have to. It doesn't kick you out for a top streamer or anything.
No, as far as I know, I think I'm in that fucking soda poppin' losers server. I just picked one with a funny name, and of course this guy's in here. And
does he have PvP turned on?
I haven't found him. But like, so clans can own. I mean, guilds can own cities. That's how they like own stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And one of them is like, what's it called?
He's still in game, so he's able to check this. So
Soda Company. That's what it's called. And then there's a second one. Oh, that fucker just stole that. And then there's another one called Diet Soda. This
sounds more like a Coke versus Pepsi thing going on.
No. So Diet Soda is the runoff of soda out of a group. So instantly it's like, okay, well, it's someone pretty popular to fill up that. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. But it's so much fun, dude.
I really want to get it. I just need to get the money for it because I spent way too much money on Dungeons&Dragons and stuff. But we'll talk. We'll get into that later. Are you gonna be streaming New World?
Say that again.
Are you gonna be streaming New World?
Yeah, I was gonna stream after this. I was gonna stream today, and I was like, wait. It doesn't make sense because in like a couple hours I'll just have to switch. So yeah, I mean it's.
Could have just live streamed the podcast, so you just be talking while also playing the game. It's perfect right there. Look at that. 3 birds, 1 stone, right?
Yeah.
Three birds, really high internet bill, I think is actually what it's called.
Nah, unlimited. That's what you need.
It is. It's true. If you don't have unlimited, you're doing it wrong. That's all I'm going to say. Anything else been going on in your week other than New World? Because that was only, it came out yesterday, right?
Yeah. I finally got a haircut. I went back to the barbershop, got the guy who originally did my hair. It was pretty good. Don't let white people at a barbershop cut your hair. Do yourself a favor. Don't do it.
Well, with how my family is, there's always somebody in the Asian culture that cuts hair. So I have like 13 different people who can cut my hair.
They're not a barber if they just put a bowl on your head and cut around.
No, well, some of them are different styles. It just depends on what I'm feeling. As in, I haven't been to a certain person in like 14 years. Because not going back to that haircut.
Good Lord. The fuck was it? The traditional bowl cut?
Pretty much. Well, it was more like they cut everything to an even length, and it never felt good,
It doesn't sound like it felt good. It sounds terrible.
I was maybe like a quarter of an inch away from just looking like a monk, just completely bald. So after that, I've gotten the
I got going on in here.
Yeah. After that, I've gotten the side shortened down while the top is still like semi long, because that's just basic haircut styles now, right?
I mean, yeah.
All right, but last week, or I guess Sunday? No, Monday. Monday was the last day for this week's games for fantasy football. How'd you do?
I lost both. Christian McCaffrey was out, and then I just kind of gave up on fantasy after that. I was like, oh, this is fucking great. And then come to find out he's only out because of a small hamstring strain. And it's like, so he could have played. They're like, oh, he's going to be out for multiple weeks. And it's like, oh, that's cool. Why not put him on IR? Well, it's not long enough for IR, meaning he'd be gone for at least 3 weeks. And they're like, yeah, we don't think he's going to be gone for that. And it's just like, you guys are fucking shitbirds. You know that? Assholes.
Yeah.
So I got blown out in both leagues.
I got to say.
It's also when I play. Oh, go ahead. Sorry. Last thing. It's also every time I play Pickle Tits, that fucking guy, I don't know what the fuck this pasty white fuck did, but every time I play him in fantasy football, at least 2 of my people will miss. Like 2 of my starters will miss that week. Every time.
I do have to say, though, thank you for throwing the game in the redraft league so I could win, keeping my 3-0 going. All right.
Go for it. As soon as I'm serious, I gave up that week. I was like, yeah, I'll come back. I'm not doing this.
Yeah, I'm still upset.
It was closer than it should have been. It was really close.
Yeah, I missed a few things on my team that I probably should have been paying attention to. Like such as Dalvin Cook, my running back.
Yeah.
Apparently he was out for last week, but it didn't update that on the fantasy football page until like 5 minutes before he played, so I couldn't even switch him out.
If I don't know about your phone, but my phone with Google, like, since I'm always looking up football stuff, anytime someone gets ruled out, like within 10 minutes of it, Google's like, hey, this guy's not playing. So I was able to at least switch that guy out because I have Dalvin Cook and Christian McCaffrey in the other league, and both of them were out. Yeah, that was awesome. So I was basically reduced to a normal team in no time at all. Plus, the guy I plugged in only got 2.2 points for an entire game. He's a starting running back. 2.2 points. I could do that.
Let me tell you about my defense, the Buccaneers, right?
Oh, that was a bad day.
Them. It was like they were up 14 points. I had something to do. I come back later that night, finish at -3 points. So I was like, cool, awesome. I guess I'm still fucked in that league. You know. In fairness,
that game was super cool to watch, though.
Oh man, I wish all of these games didn't have to happen on like Sundays and stuff, because Sundays seem to be by far like one of my busiest days. Other than like Wednesdays, where it's just work, podcast, and then, you know, whatever I'm doing after that. It's just like Sundays, just like I've got like a lunch thing that my mom always wants to do, and then I've got my D&D campaign, and then I've got like, you know, I'm online school stuff to do. So it's like I never get time to just sit down and watch stuff anymore, and it's so sad.
I mean, they have radios.
What's that?
On your phone,
I'm
phone
too young
can just
for that.
get radio right off the bat.
Is it's free, right?
Yeah, radio's free. You just tune in.
Not all radios, so I'm just checking.
What radio isn't free? Satellite?
Sirius XM technically is a radio channel, and it's like you have to pay for it.
This is like what your parents used to listen to. Just fucking get in the car and turn it on, and away you go.
Oh, my car doesn't get radio.
Your phone does, and you got headphones. So like, as long don't be listening while you're hanging out with your mom, please. That'd be rude as shit. yeah, I'm glad to be here. Touchdown!
If I could get that into sports, I would, but it's hard. It's hard to do that.
I guess I've been blessed.
Yeah. All right. Well, I mean, while you've been getting into New World, I've been falling backwards in time, and I've kind of gotten back into Apex Legends.
Oh, I thought it was gonna be Skyrim.
Oh, wow, that's coming up too. I reinstalled that last night. No joke. Apex Legends added like a while back ago. They added a arena mode, so it's like a 3v3 like competitive kind of thing. It's just a very small map. That's actually like way better than the entire battle royale it used to be. If it started with just that, I think all of us would have way more fun with it. because it's amazing. Let me tell you, like you get like these points, right? It's like an economy system. You get points, and then you spend it on like different gear and stuff. But let me tell you, the best combo, everyone's gonna be like, oh, it's the R301, and then like a sniper rifle or an SMG or something like that. No. It's literally the P2020 and Mozambique, because you can technically buy the first level of those for free, and with all your remaining money, because you didn't spend anything, you could just upgrade the guns constantly, and then you'll have like 2 purple weapons in the beginning, like first round, while everyone's running with like no attachments on their guns and nothing to help them win. So it's like you've got 32 rounds in this tiny ass pistol while everybody's reloading after like the first like 3 shots. It's great.
Sucks to suck, nerd.
I would definitely give it a shot. Like trying to learn who's good and who's bad on this like arena mode is kind of weird, but really it's like it's the same thing. I wouldn't say it's the same thing as Siege, but it's the same thing as like it doesn't matter what abilities your person has, as long as you can aim, you're fine. So there's that. It's just I started playing it yesterday, and then we did some of the battle royale stuff, and I missed every single shot possible. And then it comes to like, oh, let's just do arena mode since like we're going to bed soon and stuff like that. And we played like 15 games before we went to bed. We were just having way too much fun, just shitting on people with the basic guns while they're trying to like snipe us from across the map. I would definitely give it a shot if you ever wanted to retry that. It's definitely an interesting thing to do in that game. It's better than the battle royale by far. But yeah, I mean, that's like the only other game I've played this entire week. I've been so sucked into building up my Fallout campaign and everything like that, because I've got to create like a whole new system for it and everything like that. And then I have to try to tailor a campaign to your guys' liking and whoever else like wants to join in on this campaign. So I've got a couple questions for you about the most nerdy thing I can ever ask you is about Dungeons and Dragons.
Mm-hmm.
How do you like the story told? Do you like more of a like sandbox, like free roam kind of style where it's like there is a main story, but it's not like it's not exactly the main focus of the entire game. It's like more about exploration and dungeon crawlers where you go in, you fight a bunch of like mid-tier enemies, we'll call it, and then just get some loot? Or would you like it have more of a what was it called? I think they put it as like a railroad system where it's like you just follow a path, the story is told to you while you play through it, and then it's like you have set encounters to go through and certain things like that.
I'm kind of a fan of more in the middle type of it. Like, I don't like having all the choices made for us, but I also don't like digging too much. Like, I feel, like JD's, for example. JD's, like, you really had to go digging for the main story. And then even if you did, it was still up to chance. So, I mean, something in between would be my guess. Or would be my preference, rather.
Yeah, the issue I've had with, like, JD's games in the past is that there's a story being told in there, but it doesn't feel like our characters are a part of it. Like, it just feels like we do random free actions or whatever, like just exploring the world, and then we come back and like things have changed, but we don't know why. And even when we try to dig for it, it doesn't matter, right? It just happened. You know, it doesn't concern you guys at all. So why even bother about it? It's part of the story that you guys will find out about later, but we never did because we got bored. There was nothing that we could do. There was no like real quests or anything. We were doing the same thing over and over again. It just kind of got repetitive and we stopped playing.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I'm trying to find like what to do. So I think like the main thing that I'm looking for when we start this is I'm going to help everyone build a character because it's a new system and everything like that. So obviously no one's going to understand it except for the madness in my head. And then I'm going to ask everybody who's going to join, which I'm hoping is kind of a small group at first, but we'll see, to build a character background. I like if I can get everybody's background, I can build a new area, like a new part of the wasteland of a, Fallout universe, and then tailor a story that follows your like it has aspects of your background in it, but then there's still like other areas you can go to find like legendary items or unique creatures and stuff like that. So that's what I'm trying to do, but it's just trying to find a way to make a story right now, just like a little start of it, and then fix anything I need to for your backgrounds. I've never had so much like writer's block until like this week. Like I pretty much blew through the entire thing of like explaining all of the races and the classes you can have. Like all of that is practically done. It's just now I need to work on starting a story, and then after that I can kind of figure out like what weapons would be part of that area, because obviously like California and then Washington DC, they have very separate weapons to them. And in the Fallout universe, obviously, if we're talking about in real world, California doesn't have guns. So
yeah, totally.
They totally don't have guns. At least that's what they like to say. But yeah, I mean, I've spent maybe like $300 this week just buying up a bunch of like different core rule books or a bunch of different like tabletop RPG games like this to try to find a way to like, okay, how do they do guns in this one? And then it's like, okay, how do they do races and like backgrounds in this one, to kind of like get a feel of like how I want my core rule book to work out. I didn't realize how expensive all of this was going to be until I spent like $300 in one day.
Yeah, the nerd tax is heavy.
Oh, yes, it is. But you know what's cheap is dice.
Here?
Dice.
Oh.
I bought over 1,000 dice for like $40. I don't know what I'm gonna do with all. I just like, these look cool. I want them.
Just put them in a plastic cup, and then just like when people like won't shut the fuck up, just walk in there with them.
Just take that cup and just throw one at them, right?
No. Just shake the shit out of it.
Maybe. the other
I'd do.
The other like fear I have about making this an online game is I don't think Roll20 or Fantasy Grounds you can create your own system in it. Like you can take the core rule books that they have already implemented in there and then build off of that system. But if mine is like the core rule book of like 50 different books, right, and then adding in homebrewed stuff, I don't think it's gonna work. So I'm like trying to figure out, like, okay, are we gonna do like real life rules then, and then just have like Fantasy Grounds or D20 just as like the visuals for it, or like what are we gonna do about it? I have no idea. And it's all of this stuff is making me nervous because I'm like, okay, I was planning to get this done by the end of the year. It's almost the end of September, and I'm maybe only 20% done.
Still just hanging out.
Yeah, it's rough, but I mean, we're getting there. You know, the game will be done in 2050. You know. Oh man, but I think okay, I'll stop my Dungeons and Dragons rant and my Fallout stuff right there, so that all of our non-nerdy people who listen to this don't leave us.
Gone.
Yeah, they're gone. They already left.
They're out.
But I mean, they can leave all they want, but at least we're not sending them to Mars, right? So, I mean, who's your terrible person?
I don't have one.
Awesome. I always feel like if you don't have one, that's a good thing. You know, you found the one little pocket in the world where it's like, hey, maybe there's nice people this week, right? Maybe we can find that. I didn't get that.
Yeah. What'd you get?
Woman charged with animal cruelty to 5 dogs.
Oh.
Yeah. Jody Wozniak is her name.
Descendant of the Woes?
Yes, I guess. I don't know. Is accused of leaving 5 dogs outside for 15 hours, including 3 who became infected with parvovirus. So, you know, go fuck yourself.
Basically have to be put down.
Yeah. Uh, yeah, this was in New Jersey, so it already makes sense of why this happened. But she faces 45 charges for animal cruelty. Multiple charges. Did I say 45? I don't remember. She's 45 years old, but I think
there's a 45 somewhere.
There was a 45. She's 45 years old, and she faces multiple charges for animal cruelty coming up. She was also charged with theft of services by something. I don't understand what that has to do with anything, but this article just kind of highlights all of her criminal activities, I guess. So 5 counts of animal cruelty, theft of services, and fraudulent use of credit card and cruelty to animals by Linwood Police Department. So, okay, there's 3 departments that are like charging her with stuff. The Absecon Police Department, the Galloway Township Police Department, and then the Linwood Police Department are all charging her with like animal cruelty, fraudulent use of credit card, and then like theft of services for some reason. So good on you for being a piece of shit. And you can go try to find something to abuse up in Mars, I guess.
Dirt.
Yeah, dirt indeed. But yeah, I mean, I only found the one person. There was another article of a person who got sentenced to for animal cruelty as well, but they wanted me to pay to read their article, and I said, nah, I do this for free.
It's always funny to me that they want that. Be like, dude,
I'm not gonna pay
I think there's a fucking web page, little sneak peek. If something's going on like that, you can literally just take the URL, and I'll have to find the website, but it like chronicles everything that was ever posted on the internet on like noteworthy things. So like anything that comes out of a news or a newspaper website or anything like that, and you can just take their URL and then post it in there, and you can see it for free.
Hell yeah! I mean, if you're able to
stupid,
if you're able to get that link, I will definitely put it into the description for our listeners so that they can use it when they need it. Right? If they ever want to do their own little article hunting or whatever.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna hop back to a previous topic of New World real fast, and I'm gonna ask you if you got your pirate pack from Twitch Prime.
No.
You're not gonna grab it?
I don't even know what the fuck that is.
Okay. Well,
I don't open Twitch anymore.
You only open it when you need to stream.
Yeah.
So they added the pirate pack for Twitch Prime users or Prime Gaming Loot or whatever you want to call it. Let me see if I can find where the items are in or what the items are, but it doesn't look like it says. Oh, wait. Okay. So users until October 12th can get this pack. This first pack includes a set of pirate-themed apparel, the pirate stance made famous by Captain Morgan, all right, and a bit of treasure in 5,000 marks of fortune. And is that premium currency? It says marks of fortune is the premium currency used to purchase cosmetics from the New World in-game store. 5,000 marks is worth $5. So I mean, you get a free $5, I guess. I don't know. This showed up to me in my little hunt for articles, and I was like, hey, I know somebody who's playing New World right now, so I just thought I'd share it with you just in case you wanted to get it. I mean, free $5 to get like whatever cosmetics you want to make your character look as nice, I'm gonna put it, as your like maybe your Destiny 2 character. I don't know if nice is the right word to use for your Destiny 2 character, but yeah, there it is. Yes. Big old face.
My goal is just to make them as ugly as possible. That's all.
I mean, if you don't make your characters as ugly as possible, then you have your own issues with your body that you need to take care of. If you don't want to look at something completely ugly and laugh at it, you have an issue.
I feel you.
And then last article for me for right now, at least, is about Twitch, of course, right? It's always about Twitch. But this one's a little bit better because Twitch gets some new competition. with Chatterbait Gaming.
Oh my god. I was so excited. So excited. Now I gotta stream with my dick out? No way.
So, as of right now, a lot of you may not know what Chatterbait is. And if you don't, you're very innocent.
Congratulations. You're a liar.
Yeah, you're one, a liar, and two, you're very innocent, I guess. But the official Chatterbait Twitter, because yes, they have one, of course. Twitter is a human necessity, right? Broadcasters can now officially play video games on Chatterbait, is what they said on it. Head to the broadcast page and add any approved game to your broadcast to begin playing.
Approved? What is not approved on Chatterbait?
So they are a very archaic system of approving games. You have to get game publisher permission to stream your game on Chatterbait. And their list is very small right now. I guess the upside of it, if you're really needing to jerk off or something, is most of their games right now are adult-only games. So
I was about to say, it's House Party and everything, isn't it?
It's Honey Pop, it's House Party, it's all of those like visual novels.
Oh, God, the weebs.
Yeah.
The fucking weebs. Dude, speaking of which, before I forget, have I told you my new favorite pastime that I've recently found what to do with?
Is it no longer the hot tubs?
No. So here's what I do. Lately, JD informed me of this community tab that you can click on your Steam profile with, and you can see everything everyone's done. So I get to see all the degenerate stuff people buy. So I started looking into these games because I was like, all right, let's see how bad it is. Lately, what I've been doing is I'll go in there, I'll go to the reviews, and I look for the first negative one I can find. And 9 out of 10 times is most of these games are nude and for the purpose of beating off because you like cartoons. Most of them are just, I can't fucking play this game. It's too hard. I can't play it with one hand on the mouse. I'm like, dude, you don't have to just destroy your fucking gentleman sausage every time you play this game. Like, you could play the game instead of just sitting there and beat off. Or do what 99% of the rest of the world does and just watch porn.
Yeah. Pretty much. But
I'll never understand it.
I'll have to start doing that, I guess, because that sounds very interesting to go and try to find reviews.
It's been hilarious, and Steam just feeds them to you because once Steam is, it's like Google. Once they catch on that you do one thing, they'll keep giving you that one thing. So on the popular up and coming and like new releases one, there's always one on there, and it's just so fucking funny. It's
very strange that, like, I don't know if you had Steam in like 2013, 2014, but they were very against like having porn and games like this. Like, if there was an adult only game on there, it was really hard to get it there. Now this isn't exactly a porn game, right? But there was a game out there. Let me see if you remember this. It's called Hatred.
I've never heard of this.
It was a twin stick shooter of you playing a man who was just done with the world. So pretty much what you do in that game is you go around to just different houses and like, you know, elementary schools or whatever, and you just unload guns and grenades.
You Sandy Hook 'em.
Yeah. You, like, cops will come after you and you just mow everybody down. Like, it was a very controversial game at the time of it, but like now, like, that game, I think it's still on Steam right now. Yeah, it's pretty tame compared to what Steam has now. With, I mean, sure, you're shooting kids in the face and killing cops or whatever, but that's no different than what's happening in real life right now. I don't think anybody's dealing with house party issues and honeypot puzzle games to get anime 2D fucking girls naked, right? I don't understand.
House Party, like,
go ahead.
I would the only one of that game I would play is House Party, and only because I don't think that game takes itself seriously. Like, they did it, like, some of the stuff I've seen is just straight up fucking jokes. Like, they know this game isn't worth its weight, and so they just fucking joke on it.
And it still costs like $23 for that game.
It does. It does. So, I mean, make the money where you can. I'm not going to go out of my way to play it, but if I had to play one, I would play that one. Also, because it's funny that it's pretty hard to like figure out what you're supposed to do. So you'll end up being beat up by this one guy. Where if you finally figure out not to be beat up by him, he basically just sucks you off, whether you like it or not. So it's like, oh, your weird little boob fantasy got ruined by this bald head guy craving penis. So nice work.
I definitely like the games that are more like joking, like at least these like porn games that are like just joking stuff. And if you ever want to watch people play these games without having to buy it, MXR plays.
Oh, well.
Yeah, I mean, Chatterbait too.
Now.
But MXR plays does it too. I mean, it's if you want some interesting reactions to it, not just watching some dude or chick jerk like fucking touch themselves while this is going on. MXR plays on YouTube is the place to go to. But I'm gonna get to this article is not very long either. It's very short because it just came out. But I'm gonna finish it up. It says Chatterbait Gaming works a lot like it does on Twitch. Models can choose to highlight a game they're playing by selecting it from the drop down in the My Broadcast menu. This there is, however, one exception. The list of approved games is currently awfully short, is what they say. Chatterbait previously had a policy that didn't allow people to play video games while streaming on there unless the model has explicit permission of the game's publisher, like I said before. It's an archaic system, and yesterday, so 28th, New World. Everything changed for them, and that was just like they've expanded their list like a shit ton now, where it's like you don't really need like explicit permission from the game developer or publishers or developers anymore. It's more now Chatterbait is now in talks with these publishers and stuff to get their games approved on their site. So
how do you think that conversation goes?
Hey, we noticed you made a porn game. We want to stream it over on Chatterbait. Sounds good?
But I mean, like, let's say they wanted to approach New Worlds, right? Like a pretty normal, tame game. How do you think they go about, like, starting that conversation? Just be like, hey, we got a new streaming service that I think people are really going to be like, oh, yeah. What for? Is it like Twitch? Yeah, it's like Twitch. A little bit different, but we think it could offer something pretty great to this world. Oh, okay. Yeah, what company is it? Chatterbait. And then just stone face of them just looking and be like, are you serious? I the only reason I think they're doing this, by the way, is because they're no longer like the number one, like, other than Pornhub thing. I wouldn't even put them in the top 5.
Pornhub is definitely like moved up to the top of just all porn in general. Like you still got a pretty big category, although there was the purge that happened, and then they're now getting a lot of like the live stream stuff going, and then like implementing like literally just like model stuff into it. So they're Pornhub's really trying to like be the top again.
Whatever Pornhub took, I think OnlyFans took the other one, like the other section of too.
It's actually kind of strange because I don't know if you've been on Pornhub recently, and then one of my favorite things to do is literally just read some of the comments on there, right? Do you ever do that? Just like click on the video and don't even watch it. Just
No.
Look for the comments. Some of these comments are amazing. And the best part is if you ever find one, I think it's either like a blue star or it's like the blue check mark saying that they're verified. If you click on their page, they have links to their OnlyFans there. And then they have like paid content there that's also like imported from OnlyFans. So I feel like the two are trying to work together to become like the two most dominant like porn companies out there. Pre October 1st, whatever they were trying to do before they 180'd for OnlyFans. But
I mean, obviously everyone knows of the meme of the Pornhub comments, but no, I don't think I've ever went looking for them.
Oh, it is. You have your Steam community stuff. I've got my Pornhub comments thing going on.
I mean, they're not that different. I mean,
I don't go hunting for them on their website. Like, usually you can just find them on like the Pornhub comments, Reddit. That so that way you don't have to be looking at dicks and tits all the time. Especially if you're in public. There's an issue with that apparently.
Yeah, they don't like that when you're doing it at the library, do they?
No, they do not. It's so strange. I don't understand why. Everyone else seemed okay with it except for, the 15 kids that came there for a school field trip.
If your school field trip is to the library, you need to change schools now.
I did have a field trip that went to a public library. That's not even.
Are you serious?
I seriously did. Yep.
What did you do?
We read books. Well, the thing is, like, I think they were having some kind of like deal or whatever with like the school and the library, right? So it's like, your kids can come here and we're going to have a list, like a cart or two of books out that they can just take and have, right? Because I think this was our push to be like, let's get kids reading again, right? Which is like, when I was a kid, it was like books were dominant, but then like movies became more dominant than books. It was like the start of that kind of thing, which I would say is like early 2000s. I feel like that started. But I don't know. That's the only thing I could think of why they did that. We didn't do anything other than we just drove there. We could pick like 1 to 2 books, and then we just left. That was pretty much our whole day at the library for a field trip. They had to get parent approved, by the way.
I guess I kind of had a quote-unquote field trip there, but it was like kindergarten and first grade. They would take us, and the library had like readings, and so like authors of like little childhood or children books would go over there, and they'd read their book to us, and that was pretty cool. But
that sounds so much better than what happened to me. This happened to me in third grade, by the way.
Oh no!
So I wasn't even like, just starting school or whatever. This was just like, hey, you're like 3-4 years in. We're gonna take you to the library. Go read some books. Fucking idiot.
Fucking little nerd.
But yeah. Apparently, going back to our previous conversation before that tangent happened. Chatterbait Gaming also gives a platform an edge over Twitch because of Twitch's ban of adult-only rated games since like 2013 or 2015. Since then, it has banned several other unrated games for dubious reasons. Like they're talking about Twitch again. Twitch has had challenges of its own with steamy content. Most recently highlighted with its new category, pools, hot tub, and beaches. So I mean, Twitch, you're kind of hypocrites going on. Just that's what this article is telling me. As one might expect, many of the approved Chatterbait game titles are explicit, and they seriously highlight. They seriously highlight Honey Pop as like the main game that people play there. Mostly because like the only like 3 pictures in this article are all just Honey Pop stuff, and then they made sure that Honey Pop was like one of the only like hyperlinked words in this entire article. It's the only like blue word in this thing. And then there are a handful of like non-adult games that people can play there, but I don't understand why if you're streaming on Chatterbait, you're not streaming an adult game or just yourself naked jerking yourself off or whatever. But yeah.
If you're a woman on Chatterbait, how long until you have like a bit boss of like something where if you like something of the equivalent to where you have like 100 bits causes my underwear to vibrate? Like how long before that happens?
That's already
6 months,
thing.
A year? Oh, I win.
Yeah. No, like, that's already a thing. I can tell you
That's
that from
sad.
just watching the free broadcasts on Pornhub, so I don't even have to donate or anything.
That's cringy. Not once have I wanted to see someone play a game and they're naked.
No.
I don't know.
I've never wanted to do that. I don't have that big of an issue with like Twitch stuff, but I really don't like... I feel like you need to be somewhat clothed to play video games, right? I don't want to see some dude streaming with like only in his boxers on Twitch, and that happens apparently a lot there.
Yeah, I was about to say that happens more than you want to admit it happens.
And I don't like it at all. But
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean that's about the end of this. It's just telling you like games must be explicitly added by developers and publishers by signing up for an account and explicitly granting permission to the platform. But I mean, again, how are game developers and publishers going to know about this unless they have a conversation, right? So
I would pay money. That's, you know what, Chatterbait, you want my money? Broadcast you talking to these developers and then explaining to them like, hey, we want you to be able to stream on this game or on this website. Okay.
Hello, Mr. Bezos. I'm from Chatterbait. I'm here to
That
talk to you
pervert would be
about.
totally into
I'm here
it.
to talk to you about New World. So, just like in your game, how you have milking cows, we have milking dicks. I think we should work together.
Oh, speaking of another little funny thing about New World, you can't name you're in your character name. It can't have the name Bezos. But I seen one guy with the name Dick and Ball Torture, and then 1-800-kill all the Hebrews. I also saw someone with just flat out the N-word in there, but you can't have Bezos in any way, shape, or form.
He's got to protect his name. He doesn't care about the rest of you guys at all.
I just wanted to make mine JB ex-wife or richest woman in the world. I think that would be pretty funny too.
Could you put in her name?
No, I don't know. That's a good question.
Because, I mean, I'll try it. I mean, if it gets me banned, hey. We'll go find another MMO to play, right? You don't want your ex-wife's name in here? Like, what the hell, all right? But yeah, I mean, I think it's time for some contemplates if you got any.
Oh, is it?
I think it's time.
It's a little early.
I think it's time. Unless you got anything else to say. But I feel like it's time.
No, I mean, I didn't think I'd be here this quick. I don't know what to do with my hands.
Oh, please. If you're anything like me, you're always here quick.
Oh, all right. I don't know what the fuck that means. I mean, where do you want to start? You want to start outside the United States, or do you want to start inside?
I think we got to foreplay a little bit, so let's go outside.
All right. This one's pretty good. It's not like a group of bangers like how last week was, but it's pretty close.
I hated having to look at that picture again that you sent me for the penis one, the USB and the peanut. Having to put that into the video and then continuously extend the image throughout like most of the article and just watching it is like, okay, this picture is going to be there for like 5 minutes and I don't want people to be looking at it for 5 minutes, but
I would. You little bastards. Don't be shoving shit down your urethra or else you get this.
Yeah, okay. I mean, that's true too. I mean, if you listen to this and you have those thoughts of sounding yourself, look at that picture one more time and think, do you really want that down there too?
We got to take like the sexual education approach to it. Like, be like, this is herpes. It is, this is genital herpes. Jesus! Like, just horrible shit. Maybe we take that approach. I don't know. All right.
Might work.
First one up. Missing man joins search party for himself. And I'm going to say Asia.
This sounds familiar. I feel like this has happened in the past before. But,
okay. It's... Fuck, I don't know how to say this. Fuck it. I don't think you'll get it. It's both in Europe and Asia.
Yeah, that doesn't help. Russia?
I mean, that's one. Yeah, that is one. No, this is going to be Turkey.
Oh, I forgot that was a place. Now I'm hungry.
Yeah, Constantinople. Istanbul. Okay. Yeah, so basically this man got pissed drunk and wandered around in the woods, and people thought he was missing. So, he then joined in while he was wandering around in the woods, and the only reason he knew it was for him was because at one point they started screaming his name, and that's me. So, don't get drunk and wander around in the woods.
Here's my thing.
Is that the lesson?
Don't get drunk alone. Like, one, it seems super boring to do that. Like, even if you're in a dark place, it's always fun to just have somebody else there, even if they're not drinking, just to, like, bounce a conversation back and forth, right? Why do it alone? You're always going to make stupid mistakes when you're alone.
I make stupid mistakes even when I'm with other people.
Yeah, I remember I drank, like, an entire bottle of, like, whiskey, Japanese whiskey that tasted terrible. That was the night you showed me that whole poutine video, by the way.
Great video. You can't find it anywhere. It's like Two Girls, One Cup. They scrubbed it. You have to go into the weird parts of the internet.
Yeah, where all the sounding is too, apparently. Ugh.
Oh, you can find that's on PH. That atrocity is just floating around in vanilla fucking websites.
Does PH have a thing against like scat porn? I feel like it does.
I don't know.
Because they have like pissing and stuff, but I don't think I've ever seen a video of like people shitting in there, unless it was like a little bloopers video and it was like this person almost shat themselves while fucking.
What?
Oh, you haven't seen that? All right.
No, I don't know. Don't. I'm perfectly fine with continuing my life without that. Oh.
For one thing, I learned that person's safe word.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit!
Yeah. Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Stop! 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 Emergency! Stop! Get me a towel. Yeah. Anyway, on to the next one.
Dark side of the industry.
Yeah.
I actually got a feel good one. This is the rest of these are going to be in the States. This will help break up the monotony of sadness. Fisherman's accidental 600-pound tuna catch benefits soup kitchen.
You said this is in the States?
Yeah, I'll say Northeast.
Northeast. Minnesota. Is that Northeast?
You think they have tuna in Minnesota?
Fucking
You should probably look up a map. I'll give you another guess. You should probably look up a map.
Fish map. USA.
Where to catch tuna.
All right. Oh, God, this is a huge-ass map. Hold on one second. There's so many fish on this map, and I can't read any of it. Because this is so small. Okay, one more second. Tuna. Google Images. Okay.
Don't Google tuna map because then you'll figure out where my ex lives. Oh, bazinga!
Well, look at that. It's somewhere in Mexico. Let's see. It said Northeast, right?
Yeah, Northeast.
Is it Maine? I don't know.
It is Maine.
Hey!
Yeah,
this one didn't have the name of the
Look
state.
at Minnesota. Look at Minnesota. Come on now. Anyways.
What is that, carp?
Yeah. So, they were going through fishing lines. You have to have a license to catch tuna just so it's not overly fished. Mm-hmm. The fish got fucked up in the net. They knew it wasn't going to make it, so they bring it to shore and donated it to the soup kitchen. So, of that fucking tuna, that will give 350 servings of food just from that.
That's
so
great.
Shout out to them.
It's also like a soup kitchen. Like, how often do they serve like fish? You know,
I think soup kitchen's just a term for like just a place you go to. They don't actually just serve just soup.
Well, yeah, but I was just saying, like, in general, like, how often do you think they serve fish? Obviously not fish sticks. That's not real fish.
I don't know. Those bums really loved it.
I'm guessing most of their foods involved potatoes. So potatoes, like starchy foods.
Yeah, I was about to say that's a pretty good bet. I mean, I don't know, but I mean, from movies and TV shows, like people love Thanksgiving there because
it's free.
They hook you up with a Thanksgiving meal.
Stuffing and turkey. It's mostly what they give out during Thanksgiving soup kitchen stuff, I think.
I fuck with stuffing.
I've never gotten into it.
I'll tell you what. You come by Thanksgiving and we'll hook you up. Have it with your family, and then whenever you come by, we'll make you that.
I'll have to be next year because I don't get a day off.
Let's see here. Like I said, the rest are United States. Sculpture of Humpty Dumpty on a toilet stolen in this state.
Oregon.
Nope, Wisconsin.
Oh.
I baited you. I read this and I was like, oh, this has Pacific Northwest written all over it.
That's like you said Humpty Dumpty. I was like, okay, what stupid place would have that? Oregon would.
That's true. The Madison Police Department said the sculpture named Dumpty Humpty was stolen from an art fair. Yes. The vendor said she seen two men lingering around her booth while she was setting up Saturday, and the sculpture vanished along with the men when she left the stand for a short time. Oh, so it's your fault.
Yeah.
Police said they found security camera footage of the two men described by vendor leaving the area with the sculpture.
This article sounds as stupid as like a payday heist would be. They
Steal the Dumpty Humpty.
steal. All right. Our boss wants to steal the Dumpty Humpty. We get $2 for it.
How do they keep like posting DLC for that game?
I don't like. I won't lie. I like the game, but I haven't played it in a very long time. Just because I feel like there's way too much content in that game, where it's almost impossible to get back into it without feeling lost. You know. They keep
another.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say they keep
mind.
adding like characters and like different like skins and whatnot to the game, but they haven't added. I don't feel like they've added any like stuff to it. They haven't added it. It feels like they haven't added any more heists at all. It just feels like the same heist over and over again, and then just you get to do it with new characters. That's about it. All right, I'm done with that.
Another great thing to do when you're not looking up the negative comments on porn games, go to the community post for Payday 2, and every time they announce a new DLC, all people do is spam the word dead in the comments, and it'll be like 200 deep every time.
I'll have to look for that too.
Yeah, that one's a pretty good chuckle. I've never been a fan of it. And then when I see you're like, it's almost like a fucking service game. Well, you're like 15 DLCs in at this point, and they're each like $10-15. No, thank you.
If we're also adding in like the small little cosmetic stuff that they've added to, they have over 300 pieces of like DLC to add into there.
That's obnoxious.
And the cost of all of that is like 10 times higher than the game costs. So
I wonder if it's to the point of like, I think Train World has like the most egregious DLC. Like I think if you don't catch it on sale, you spend upwards of like $1,000 on like a sim train game. It's not even like the fun train game where you just meet up with the local floozy and I spoke too much.
Let me see. So Payday 2 costs $9.99, right? And
base game.
This is the technical base game where they've added a bunch of like their DLC stuff into the base game already. For everything else right now, it's like $106.04.
Ugh.
And
no,
I don't even feel like this is all the DLC, because there's also like other things you can get for Payday 2. Like those are added, but they have a bunch of random shit in here. Don't even get me started on Payday 1, where it's like, it's just the base game and no DLC.
They definitely found the polar opposites.
Yeah. But hey, I mean, you can get the Yakuza in your game, I guess. I saw that for a second.
They still have like the Nova mask and everything, right? The
creatures and all of that.
Yeah, that's the one.
They do. I do have that. They also have like special events still going on in that game, where you can only get items during that special event, which are mostly just like masks, and that's it. If you see anybody who has one, then they love that game, right? They love it way too much, where they've spent their entire time playing that event. And then if you see someone who has it with a little tag above them that says cheater, they modded it into their game.
Yeah.
Which was totally me. I was like, I don't give a shit about this game. I'll add whatever cosmetics I want into it. So I always had that little tag cheater above my name.
This reminded me of like event things. You'll be happy to know this. Just real quick. War Thunder added in a Japanese vehicle. Number one, it looks like a Matchbox car. Not even an exaggeration. I guess this was a real life thing. And they gave it an ammo that pens everything from the side. So lately I've just been rolling, like when I play War Thunder, I've been running around the fucking map at like 100 kilometers an hour, just mowing down everyone. I have received hate messages on that game, so, it makes it even better.
Is this one of the like premium ones, or do you have to?
No.
Oh.
No, you just grind and you can get this. Although you can't have it, though.
No, I can't have it. If it was premium, I would have it, but...
No. I mean, because it's Japan.
Well, yeah. No, I get it. I have sworn myself in War Thunder to only play the China line, so...
Speaking of China, do you see what they're doing to, like, combat power demands?
No.
They are legitimately just, like, having, like, rolling blackouts, essentially.
Wasn't there a
So,
state that was doing that too recently?
It's California. It's a dump.
It's always California.
Sorry, Kev.
Yeah.
We love you. If we could, we'd get you out of it, because let's face it, there's better options.
He visited me 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, he was telling me.
Yeah, he took a shit in my bathroom. I smelled it when I came home.
Nasty man.
Didn't turn the fan on.
Leave it there. You should. I mean, if you're not gonna turn the fan on, you might as well just like leave the shit, or like just leave it in there.
Yeah, what an asshole. You hear that? Next time I go to your place, I'm just gonna take a shit on your couch.
No, don't Amber Heard your cousin. That's disgusting.
It's not the bed, it's the couch.
What's the difference?
One's easier to fuck on.
Yeah, the couch.
Yep. Beds are hard. All right. Next one. What else you got?
I mean, I don't know. Oh, hey, did your cousin show you the videos of him doing wrestling shit?
I saw.
Like he paid $20. That was fucking awesome.
I saw the pictures of it on Facebook, but the only time I saw him while he was here was me driving him to the airport.
That's what he said. I was like, I don't know how you got like. I love my family to pieces, like my brothers and shit. But like, the less I have to see him, the better. Like I just don't like it. But yeah, I don't know how you rope that in, but good on you.
So I worked, right? I have a job, to pay for this podcast. So they came here for a fan convention that was going on. It's pretty much our version of a Comic-Con, but since that's copywritten, we just call it FanX. It went on from the 16th to the 18th. And so they were busy doing that those days. So it was like I had work, and then I came home, and then it was either me editing the podcast or me playing anime CSGO. So I never got to see him then because, I choose video games over family any day. No offense. Sorry, Mom. Sorry, Kev. And then Sunday I had my D&D game. So I just never saw him then either, even though it was like, hey, we need a ride to your house. Can you give us one? And I was like, no, I'm leaving right now. You should have told me earlier. So the only time I saw them was Tuesday when they left. The 21st. Sucks for you. I didn't want to see your sorry ass. All right. What else do we got for Guns and Clits? Unless you are out already.
No, I only got 3 more.
Oh.
Man catches 35 grapes in his mouth while juggling.
Is this one of our... Is it or is it not David Rush's?
It is. It is.
It's Idaho Man.
It is Idaho Man. It is. It's David Rush. Let me see. So you have to juggle for 1 minute. Are we just not gonna explain? I fucking hate this place because they never.
When you get an article
of
David Rush and it's only like a paragraph long, you're doing it wrong. All right, you do that man has done God's work in Idaho. All right, you got to give him more than a paragraph in an article.
To be fair, they do give they give a considerable amount, and they mention every time what it's for, so I can't fault them for that. Okay, they were aiming to beat the record of 27, but another team managed to take the record with 32 before Rush and Hannon's attempt was approved. In the end, they took the record with 35 grapes. So every fucking 2.5 seconds, he 2.5 seconds, he was crushing it. So shout out to that.
Was he juggling the grapes and then had to throw them up into his mouth?
No. Or... So he was juggling something else and then had the grapes. Like his buddy was throwing them in his mouth.
Oh, okay. Every time I hear mouth and grapes, I just think of that commercial. Whitest kids you know.
Grape you in the mouth.
I'm gonna grape you in the mouth.
I'm gonna tie you to the radiator and grape you for years and years.
Gotta go see that video if you haven't. It's great. Whitest kids you know. R.I.P. that man.
I was just about to say that. Trevor Moore.
Mm-hmm.
Put some respect on his name. God damn.
Listen, names, I don't know. I know what he looks like, though.
What, you think all white people look the same? I heard you say it.
I never said that. But I'll take your word for it.
I'll disagree. I won't disagree.
Yeah. You said it, not me, all right? All right.
Here we go. This is another state of what people are nowadays. Chipotle customer pulls gun after being told location was closing early.
This feels like a when I'm feeling Florida for this one.
Nope, it's a trap. It's Philadelphia.
Oh man, like they have more than just Phillies in Philadelphia. They have Chipotles.
Yeah, it turns out they have shitty people. They fucking. Let me get to
I knew it wasn't California, at least. You know, you said gun.
Oh, yeah, that's it. A customer became angry that Philadelphia Chipotle was closing early, pulled a handgun, and demanded someone better give me my food, police said. The terrifying confrontation unfolded just before 5 p.m. Saturday at the chain's location, blah, blah, blah. Oh, this was in a mall.
Oh, man.
So, have fun with that.
I don't think I've ever seen a Chipotle in a mall.
No, that thing would fucking clean a house.
That thing.
Although at the mall over here, they have a fucking A&W in it, which I thought was pretty cool.
An A, like
A&W, like the root beer.
Yeah. Just like a place just for root beer, or do they have food too?
No, they serve food.
What do they serve?
Burgers.
Okay, I mean, to be fair, in our mall or one of our malls, we have a place that serves pho. So I don't know if you have that.
Oh. No, we actually have a cheesesteak place next to A&W actually.
We have a Philly sandwich, whatever you want to call it, right across from the pho place, and then right next to the pho place is a Panda Express and a sushi place.
Okay, other than the Panda Express, do you have like the generic Chinese food at the food court too?
I don't think so. I haven't been to the mall since I worked at a restaurant that was connected to the mall, so I don't know. Really?
I've always wanted to meet someone who thought it was safe enough to try that.
I don't trust anybody who takes mall food. Like, the only reason why I worked at the fast food place I did was Mod Pizza. It was part of the mall. It was just the same building, but it was like the only entrance was from the outside, and then like you could go through the back to go into the mall. But I didn't really feel like, I felt like we were very secluded from the rest of the mall. You know, we didn't get the mall folk in there.
What, the old people walking around?
Yeah.
Picking up on the story, the woman demanded to speak to the store's manager as a button was pushed to call mall security to the scene. Da-da-da-da! An employee complied, and made the woman's order in an effort to have her leave.
I mean, yeah, I guess that's what you do in that situation, right?
Yeah, if you're a bitch, you're in Philadelphia. God damn it. This is the place that beat up and raped the hitchhiking bot. Not raped, they stabbed him.
Yeah, I was going to say, whoa.
I keep throwing raped in there for some reason. I don't know. Philadelphia fucks robots. There you go.
It was grape. It was grape, all right?
Even after the order was completed, the woman pulled her gun again. That is when she made her demand, took the meal, and left. Oh, she hasn't even been caught.
Wow.
What a nasty fuck.
Well, there you guys go, all right? You go in Philadelphia, you need some food, pull out a gun. You know, go fuck yourself, I guess.
Fucking Glock 9 for the Glock, baby. Glock's extra. Pull it out. What? No, it's free. It's free. Goddamn right.
You want extra, right? You want it extra?
Or you could just eat at fucking Qdoba. Guac, queso, and everything else is free. Quit wasting your time at Listeria-filled Chipotle.
I still need to try Chipotle, so...
It's a dump.
It is.
This is my favorite one of the week. Self-proclaimed shaman accused of starting this state's fire said she was trying to boil bear urine.
I'm going to go with Colorado.
California.
Okay. Them and their fires.
Yeah, that's all they do. They cry about everything and start fires.
Yeah. They're becoming the New England, aren't they?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Alexandra Sovernova could be sentenced up to 9 years if convicted of starting a fawn fire. That's it?
That's it.
Destroyed 11 homes, and you only get 9 years? I mean, you'll probably be broke for the rest of your life.
I feel like you should have
Oh,
gotten
I
more,
lied. It's
though.
not 11 houses. The blaze destroyed 41 homes and
Oh, my
90
God.
small structures while endangering another 2,340. Jesus Christ.
And 9 years, huh?
She pled not guilty, but is now reportedly thought to have ignited several fires across California. Oh, we just have an arsonist. Just loves to boil bear piss and start fires.
The first time I started a fire, it was for my baby shower. And now I'm trying to make a remedy for my baby using bear piss.
Oh my God, this story gets better. The self-proclaimed shaman said she'd been hiking to Canada as the blaze approached Shasta County on Wednesday. When she became thirsty and approached a puddle of what she claimed to be bear urine, she told forest officials she attempted to make fire to purify it. The wood she hoped to use was too wet for a fire to start, quote unquote. She then drank the animal urine and proceeded on her journey, according to the report. She allegedly became caught in some brush and had to call for local fire department for assistance. That's kind of ironic. The firefighters requested she empty her pockets and fanny pack, to which she presented CO2 canisters, a lighter, and a green leafy substance she admitted to smoking that day.
Green leafy. All right.
Yeah.
Witnesses
said she, who on her LinkedIn lists shaman as her occupation and indicates that she was a doctoral student at the State University of New York College of Environmental Science and dropped 2 CO2 cartridges the day the fire started.
This person put on their LinkedIn profile shaman.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you found your person to send to Mars.
I don't know. We might want to keep this fucker here just for the sake of entertainment. Jesus Christ. She boiled bear piss. What a dipshit. I mean, stop with the fire making, but yeah, keep boiling bear piss and doing weird things. I want to know how much you have to salt. I would imagine drinking salt water is easier than drinking someone's piss. Because piss is like minimal amounts of water and then just waste that your body deemed it didn't need anymore.
But hey, piss is sterile, so.
And I like the taste.
Yeah. I like the salt.
R.I.P. Rip Thorne and Patches O'Houlihan.
Yeah. I don't know what that is.
Have you never seen the movie Dodgeball?
Nope.
Oh my fucking God. What?
No, I've never seen it.
Oh, you need to find the movie Dodgeball and Undertale or an Underdog Story and find it, dude. Funniest fucking. I think it's on HBO. Actually, I think they took it off.
Oh.
I don't know. I'll find it, and that'll be our next little watching session where we both watch the same thing at the same time on our own separate streaming accounts.
Mm-hmm. We just count down and press play. It's the same way that we do this podcast in 2 different states.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of movies, you gonna see the new Venom?
Plan to. Yeah. I don't know. Is it out?
The 1st.
The 1st of October, huh?
Yeah. And then the 8th is new James Bond. New James Bond.
I definitely want to see both of them, but
Both of them.
But I've been a little bit behind on kind of TV and movie watching. I've been hooked on trying to figure out how to build my Dungeons and Dragons stuff. So I've been watching just videos of people talking about like, this is how you be a decent, porn too. This is how you be a decent dungeon master or game master, and then this is how like this system works, and this is how this system works. It's
I actually
so
know
boring.
a guy. Maybe you found it. I gotta. Sorry. Keep talking. This dude actually helped me make my Pathfinder 1.
I've been watching. So, as much as I don't like his way that he
I already know where this is going.
Mr. Matt Mercer, he's a good actor, he's a good voice actor, whatever. But some people like
full of himself.
Some people like his games, and I understand that. There's a different thing for everybody, right? Just for me personally, I don't like his way of DMing or anything like that. But someone I did find I liked is Brennan Lee Mulligan from Dimension 20. He's the one that I have mostly been focused on. I've been listening and watching his games that he performs, and then he also has a podcast I believe it's called Adventuring Academy, where he goes in and talks to other people who have dungeon mastered before, and they kind of talk about their experience of what to expect when you do it, the hardships that it is of being a dungeon master, of how like you've got to find your balance of like not completely killing off your party in the first session, but also like trying to make it so that it's not super easy where people get bored of it, you know, and then like trying to find a way of being like acceptance and stuff like that, of like finding places where you need to like give in so that your players can have fun, right?
Yeah. I mean, my piece of advice, for what it's worth, it's okay to like change the games or the rules to help your people out. Like, don't be like super breaking it, but also don't be fucking railing home that, well, this is the way they want it to be played.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if that's the case, no one would be making money in free parking and Monopoly, asshat.
It's the core rule book, or whatever you want to call it, isn't set in stone. All right, this is why people make homebrewed games. It's just that way you can. This is kind of like the outline, but then you can add stuff to it, right? So
yeah,
that's what I'm trying to do, and I need to buy alcohol while I'm doing this because it's driving me crazy. But for this guy you sent me, Matt Colville, I feel like I've heard of his name before. Oh, I've definitely seen this guy before.
He is quite memorable looking, but he knows a lot. Mm-hmm. He's got a playlist I would recommend. I mean, it's mostly for like D&D.
Yeah,
but he has a lot of great advice in there.
The great thing about Dungeons and Dragons is that it is like the biggest, like main, like RPG tabletop game, right? And then you have all the spin-offs for it, like Pathfinder, and then I believe it's called like Shadow something. I don't remember. It's the new version of the Cyberpunk tabletop game. But all of these have aspects that came from Dungeons and Dragons. So it's like it's Dungeons and Daddies, all right? And this is all its kids, Pathfinder and all that stuff, all right? Speaking of which, Dungeons and Daddies, Freddie Wong's podcast for playing Dungeons and Dragons, should listen to that too. It's pretty good. But other than that, I mean, we've been going for a while. I think it's time to cut this one, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. That way he can get back to New World, and I can get back to crying over building a world. A new world.
Yes, I stopped playing New World.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he totally didn't. But for you guys to know, next time, we are going to have another vodcast. It's going to be premiered on our YouTube channel next week, probably around like, we'll say 4 p.m. All right.
Yeah.
Mountain Standard Time, or whatever our time zone is.
It's the only time zone that matters.
It's true. You know, if you live in the Pacific, Cali, or whatever, it's a 1 hour behind, or whatever. I don't remember. Time zones, fuck you. Other than that, thank you so much for listening, and bye-bye.
Bye.